Courtney is like Courtney. I can't wait to hear you talk about this stuff. I'm just so curious what your answer is going to be. Courtney's specifically here. I asked Courtney because I want everyone to hear of somebody who's like freaking right in the middle of the process. Because it's awesome to hear who's like, "Yay, I'm successful. I have 10 groups over the past 10 years." But I want you to know what it looks like from the middle of the process of building this thing out. And Courtney is right in the middle. So, Courtney, welcome.
Thank you.
Courtney, tell
Excited
everybody
to be
what you
here.
do real quick, like who you are, who you serve real quick, so they get an idea of this.
Absolutely. And thank you for the opportunity to encourage and inspire. So, I am Courtney Robinson. I'm a leadership branding strategist, and I am the creator of the Bold Faith Leadership Lab for Christian women. And so, what I do is activate women in their presence, right? They step into leadership with authority and conviction, and they come into this group so that they can embody that calling, that purpose. It equips them with clarity. They're empowered to elevate their voice. And they're really working on things like bridging image and identity and style and strategy so that they can really command the rooms that they're called to lead with faith and with impact. So that's what I am doing.
Love it.
Solid
Great.
stuff. We love. So Courtney, how long ago? How long we started? Like it was 3 months ago, right?
Yep. And into February.
End of
Yep.
February. Okay. So when you came to this specific event in February and you
I
made a
did.
decision to join into the program, tell us
Absolutely.
when you're inside the program, what's it been like inside the walls building out your group coaching program?
It has been extremely supportive. When we're working on our offers, we're looking for things that are the transformation. What I'm finding inside the offer lab is activation, right? So I'm able really to move at a great speed because there are so many opportunities to come in and get guidance and advice and really confidence to move your things forward, right? So all of the different there's so many different things. You've got your training inside the portal, you've got one-on-one training with the coaches, you've got all the other people who are showing up, so you're hearing all this information that's helping you to focus and really get clear about your own offer. So
And where are you in the launch phase at the moment of your group coaching program?
so I actually am recruiting people into the leadership lab right now. So I'm
Exciting.
running weekly workshops to recruit women into, and it's going to be about 10 women each cohort.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Heck
That's good
yeah.
stuff. What I love about this, notice that she said she's running weekly workshops to recruit women in. Notice she's not using one-to-one sales calls. So the next point of leverage after designing a group program. So Jordan spoke about having multiple sales calls with people, and Jordan, that's possibly in terms of him getting used to his sales process and getting comfortable selling people into a group. Now, Courtney's talking about the fact she's enrolling people on a one-to-many level. So weekly workshops, yeah, Wayne, a webinar, workshop, same sort of thing. So Courtney, why did you decide to go down the one-to-many route in terms of selling instead of selling one-to-one, selling people into your cohort?
I think that's a great question. I wanted them to experience exactly what they're going to get inside the leadership lab,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah,
So I'm just
yeah.
mimicking that environment for them.
That's
Amazing,
smart.
amazing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Courtney, so for yourself now, what are you projecting that's going to be happening in the future from this? Like you're scaling. Can you talk a little bit about the trajectory of what the business is now able to do because you've made this transition?
Absolutely. Well, I'm able to support more women, right? So
Yeah,
with going from that model, but also able to free myself up to do other things that I want to do and desire to do, not only in the business, but in my personal life. So it's just given me much more time and clarity about where I want to spend my time. But I love that the cohorts allow me to really support more than one woman at a time, but
beautiful.
also create that environment for them to have community and also for them to really understand the dynamic of just the group dynamic, right? It's to the point that you guys made with Jordan earlier that I think you can climb so much faster with a community than you can on your own. So
Okay, beautiful. And I have one last question for you. So sitting where you are right now, compared to sitting where you were 2 or 3 months ago when you were in this exact event, looking in, what do you know now that you wish you knew back then?
that's a really good question. What do I
How you
know
know this is
now?
live?
Yeah, no, but it's a great question. There's so many things, but I really want to give some good information. I think what I know now that I wish I'd known back then, probably just how easy, like now I realize how maybe easy isn't the word that I'm looking for. But it seems like a big deal, right? It seems like a big commitment. But now that I'm in it and I'm going through the process, I realize how much more empowered I am in my days
Beautiful.
and how I just love, to show up. Like I look forward to the community. Again, I keep saying community because I think that's the biggest thing that has really resonated with me. So yeah, it's much more doable, if you will, than I thought it was going to
Great.
be.
That's so good. Thank you so much for sharing that. We really, really appreciate you being here,
There's
Courtney.
there's a few
This is
so a few questions. Do we have time for that? I don't even know how we're doing on time. Do we have time? She's got a few questions people are asking her. Let's see
um,
here.
well,
Uh,
I don't even know where we are for time wise,
yeah,
but
we
let's just
do.
go
We
with
we
it.
have
Let's roll
time.
with it. We can figure it
Yeah,
out. So,
yeah.
Wayne says you focus on Christian women. So, is your program designed around faith-based leadership? As we have far too many examples of leaders who, where faith empathy do not play a role in their style. I'm
Mhm.
not sure I quite understand the question,
Absolutely.
but yep.
That's exactly what I focus on. And really, I'm digging into that tension between, people who are afraid to show up in their core beliefs and their values to help them show how they can use that as a strategy and not, shrink away from that. So, yeah,
Mhm.
that's a great question. Thank you.
Cool. And Dr. Rashida says some Christians believe only the pastor has influence for free. How are you attracting these Christian women? What language or messaging is attracting them to pay you?
Well, and she said some Christians believe only the pastor has it. Oh, for free. Well, I mean, it's really that's a great question. The messaging has to be really tight, and I have to admit that I, iterate that every week. There are posts that I make that draw people in. I learn from that, and then I readjust the next week. But what I'm finding from the women who are showing up to the workshops, that they are the right people, and that's how you know your messaging is reaching the ones that it should be, right? I try to be as open and honest and transparent in my messaging as I can be. And that's one of the things I learned in the lab. Like we talked through, okay, when I say Christian women, someone said, well, there are women of other faith who might benefit. Nope. I'm very, very specific and dialed in on Christian women. If you aren't a Christian woman, this probably isn't going to resonate with you, right?
Yeah.
There are plenty of other groups out there that support people of all faiths, and that's great. But you've got to be really, really, I don't think you can niche down too much in terms of attracting the right people in your messaging. So,
Yeah. I heard someone say once, it's the people you say no to that will make you millions.
Ooh, that's a
It's
good
the
one.
people
yes.
who it's the people who you say no to that will make you millions. Yeah. Beautiful stuff. Courtney, thank you so much for being here today. It's delightful to see you again. It's great to see your progress as well. Everyone, please give it up for Courtney.
Thank
Thank
you, Courtney.
you.